This is Mentally Financial. I'm your host, Gary B. Just sit back and let's get into this episode. Peace. Set a budget. Why is that so scary, y'all? Why is that so complicated? I know it's boring. It really is. It really is boring. Now, not to me because I love finance, but I know to the average Joe, the average person, putting a budget together is boring. There's a lot of online things you can use. I like the old-fashioned paper. I use Excel to do mine. But anyway, budgeting is, well, everybody know budgeting is not hard because it ain't nothing but putting down everything that you owe. Whoever you owe, that's all you putting on there, the people you owe. But it seems like we don't want to take the time to do that. Why, y'all? Tell me. Please explain to me why we think it's so, I'll do it later, or I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it next week. Why do we do that? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're having money problems, wouldn't you think it's time now? Not tomorrow, not next week? Is an hour too much of your day to know where your money is going, what you're spending your money on, how much money you actually really bringing in? Tell me, for real. I need y'all's input. This is for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I do a budget. I do my budget religiously, every month. You know what I'm saying? Because I only get one check a month. So that's how I do mine. You might get 2 checks a month. You might get 4 checks a month. However you get yours. 1 hour does not kill you. Well, hopefully it won't kill you. But what I'm saying is, y'all, your money is important to you. I know you're tired of, asking people to help you out. I know you're tired of not knowing what's really, really going on. You say, well, I make so much money a year. I make so much money a month, so much money a week, but I'm always almost still broke. What is it? Because you're not taking the time to really look at what a budget is, and it's time to look at your spending habits. This is 2023. It's time to start looking at your spending habits and seeing what you are really doing. 2022 is behind you. Whatever you did then, you did it. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. You have to find the areas where you're spending money that you shouldn't be. Okay? Now, there's a lot of fixed and variable things that go on to a budget. Your mortgage or your rent is going to stay the same. So that's fixed. Your utilities is what we call a variable because it may change every month. Gas may change every month. Your insurance normally stays the same. Your cable bill normally stays the same. Your cell phone bill normally stays the same. So see, you have those fixed incomes, those fixed bills, and then you have those variable ones. It's the variable ones that you can really change quicker than you can change the one that's fixed, okay? Now, the variable ones, hey, am I leaving my lights on too long? Am I using too much gas when I really don't need to use it? Meaning the gas in your house, the heating. Things like that. Or is the energy seeping through my windows? Or is it going below my doors? And am I, taking care of the outside more than the inside? That's how you look at the budget. Can you look at every month? You say, well, dog, I spent $100 more this month and $200 more this month. Then something is wrong. You need to start looking at the things that are around you. So that's where that comes in. Okay. That's the reason why a budget is important. Like I said, nobody is trying to see your money. Nobody is trying to see, oh, this man don't make this woman don't make as much money as they say they do. If you're putting somebody in your business, that's your fault. This is for you. This is for you to track yourself. Hey, you might be that person that loves to go to the club and ball out. Get that VIP section. Buy all the bottles. And things like that. If that's what you do, great. But if you go back home and then you wake up the next day and then, you start back to work the next week and you get paid again, you realize, man, what my $500 went to? You really got to ask that question? But anyway, I digressed on that, y'all. But no, what I'm saying is stop letting, a budget scare you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing other than a way to say, I need some help with my finances. It's more than just checking that credit score. It's more than just checking that credit report, because yes, you want to check those things, but the budget is part of that. It's a big family, y'all. It's just not one or two or three things. You have to bring it all together. I always tell you, stop chasing credit scores. Stop it. Because if you get a good credit profile and you keep your credit report correct, your credit score is going to go with it. It's this budget and this spending that can cause the credit score to go up or down, or that credit report to go up or down, or identity theft or things of that nature. So I have a template that you can use. Just email me. You know what I'm saying? Email garyb at gbronejrfinancial.com. You can email me. I will send you a budget, the Excel budget sheet, budget that I use. But if you would like to find one online and you need help doing it, I can do that for you also. Some people prefer, since you got that phone in your hand, go to a website, go to an app and do it if that's how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But you need to start doing it through your bank too. Let your bank do the budgeting for you. That's why I use my credit cards to pay most of my things. It's pretty much doing the budget for me. If I ever forget something, I can always go look at my bank statement and say, oh, okay, I spent that much on groceries. Oh, I spent that much on my car allowance this month. Or I spent that much, paying the credit card bill. The bank account, that banking statement can be your budget. If you're not a person that wants to write it down, on a piece of paper, or write it in a journal, or do it online. Whatever's comfortable for you, y'all, okay? Now, with that being said, we're not going to beat a dead horse, okay? But that is budgeting. You have to set a budget right now. And that includes the spending. I always say budgeting and spending is the same thing, okay? So I'm not going to beat a dead horse on spending. Budgeting and spending is the same thing. So you work it that way, you can make your future better. Okay, remember, don't only think about today, because you got to think about tomorrow. If anything can happen. So are you going to be comfortable for tomorrow, y'all? That's what you want to comfort, and be prepared for. Not just today. You want to be prepared for tomorrow. If you're married, you and your family. If you're single, are you going to get married one day? Are you going to build a family? Are you a single father, single mother? These things are very important, y'all. All right? Like I always say, I do the research. You just got to follow. Money management in 10 minutes or less. This your boy, Gary B. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.